Okay, let's begin. Good day to everyone. Here we go again. Okay, let's start. Part 4, program of progress monitoring, updating, and controlling. And our previous episode was part 4, session 5, progress update 001, updating direct activities. That was on the third segment. And here our current episode is in part 4, session 6, the same subject, progress update 001. And the main topic is updating indirect activities, which involves actual dates, updates, percent progress, remaining duration, actual resource assignment units, and storing past period performance. Okay, so this is our fourth segment. Okay, let's update our indirect activities. Let's open our recent program in Primavera P6. Okay, here we go. Okay, our first step here is to change activity type of management and transportation into task dependent to be able to adjust manually the remaining durations and to update activities current percent complete to be equal to current period percent complete. Okay. Let's do it. Anyway, I remember this one. I think we didn't update the actual units here. Okay, let's check this out. We have a remaining duration is 8, and then multiplied it by the budgeted units per time, assuming that we are good to go for this. So 8 multiplied by 20, we should have 160 units. But if you are okay for this one, that's fine. But let's try to make changes on it so that at least we are really doing something for our project so that the remaining duration will change. Okay. The reason why it is lower because sometimes, mostly, you cannot say that this is 20 per day because actually Primavera hides there are some decimal points or that is within it. That is why they are not really exactly on the right figure. Like for example, this one 8 multiplied by 2, it should be 64. So there will be something 8 point something like that, or maybe 7 point something like that. So 8, this one, they're different. So we will make a changes to this one. So 8 multiplied by 20, so 160. And then 8 multiplied by 8, how much? Should be 64. And then 8 multiplied by 2, this should be 16. And then 8 multiplied by 2, this will be 16. So I think there is none here anymore. The others are 100% already. So let's go to the to our indirect activities. Logically, the completion date of project management and transportation must be the same as the mobilization. Anyway, we will check first. We will go to, let's hide this one. This one is none, so we will be working on these items. Okay, so we will look at the duration. Later, we will change this bar into level of effort activities should not be critical. So we will change this bar later. We will modify the bars for the project management and transportation itself. Okay. So what else? Um, so logically, the completion date of project management and transportation must be the same as the mobilization. So if you look at our mobilization here, or I mean, yeah, this is the preliminaries. So this is the mobilization, right? Okay. No. I mean the project start. So it should be the same as in the project start. So we will update the actual start date, which should be equals to June 6. And also for the transportation, that is also June 6. Okay. Uh, about the completion date of project management should be the same as the demobilization. So that means our demobilization here is 27 of March. So these two items, the project management and transportation, the completion should be the same as in the demobilization, right? So before I forget, we change the activity type of these items into task dependent instead of the level of effort, because level of effort is good only for the duration, because it automatically adapt to the predecessor and the successor. But the problem there is that how to calculate the I mean the plant percentage. Okay, so let's go to where we are now. So this should be equals 27 should be equals into this. So do you agree with me that the completion of demobilization should be the same as the completion of project management transportation? If so, then the finish date of the project management and transportation must be the same as the demobilization. So let's do it. So we will highlight the finish date and the finish date of the project management. Control F, no. Highlight, then Control F, then highlight, then right click, and then fell down. So they are already the same. So we will go to transportation and then fell down. So they are already the same. So we will run the schedule. I think we click the different one. This is not the one. I'll close it. Okay. Primavera visualizer. Okay. Let's run the schedule. Okay. Schedule run. Okay, so it becomes non-critical already. So that means if you look at the total float here column, we are ahead by 5 days. So congratulations for the first period performance. It looks good. Now we will update the what else? What shall we do here? So how much is the percent complete of the these items? Of course, it is assumed level of effort. It is assumed that the distribution of the percentage for the whole period is distributed evenly. Now here in Primavera, you can see here the schedule percent complete. Actually, this is already built in Primavera that it can calculate the planned period performance, planned period percent complete. So actually, this schedule percent complete, you can, what I mean, you can find it here in the column under the percent complete. Okay. And then just transfer it in the column. Okay, so next is that, okay, so meaning at this period, from at the current period right now, we are on the data date of June 1. The planned percent complete should have been for the project management is 8.33. So that means the activity percent complete should be the same or equals as this percentage. Okay. So we will change it because if we have to change this into physical so that whenever we input the percentage, it won't affect the remaining duration of the activity of the of this activity. So we will put it as how much? It should be 8.33%. So we have to input it here 8.3333 because actually it is 3. Okay. And also here, how much? They are the same. So 8 point. Okay. So we're done. So run the schedule. Okay. So what happened? It lengthened because of the we use the duration percent complete here, right? So that means we have to change it into physical, and then make the finish date the same as in the demobilization. And then fell down. Okay, and then run the schedule. Okay, so we will copy this 8.33% as the activity percent complete. We can put it here 8.3333%. Okay, so that's all we need. Now what else? So we are done on our time or activity progress. So we will be going down to the resource actuals. So we will go to the bottom window resource. And then here we will go first to the project management. So looking at the data or the resource reports, it is shown that the foreman has 22-day units use, project engineer 25, and 25 for project managers. So foreman is, if you look at the remaining duration, it automatically calculated. So we have here actually the actual duration is 25 plus 270. It becomes only, we will show the at completion. We will show the column here for the at completion duration. Actually, I will be at completion duration. Okay. Highlight, edit, and then apply. Okay, here at completion duration, that is simply the actual duration 25 plus the remaining duration. Okay. Actually, so 25 plus 270 will give you 295. But actually, the duration or the budget duration for that activity or the original duration was 300 days. So that means we are ahead by 5 days because the total float is positive. Okay. Okay, so let's input here the actual this period. How many days is 22 for the foreman, and then 25 for the project manager, and 25 for the project engineer. So anything else? So the remaining duration, we have already set that up. That is, it will depends on the completion of the demobilization. That is why that is why I showed here the schedule percent complete, because this is the planned percent complete at the period right now. I mean the present period. This should be the progress that we need to accomplish. So for indirect activities, it is assumed that the um, periodic progress of the indirect activities for the whole period is equal to the planned percent complete as calculated by Primavera. So next, what else? Okay, let's review the percent complete. Activity percent complete, 8.33. Do we miss something here? I think we have no expenses, right? Only the resources. So at completion cost here is, oh no. How about the transportation? How much is the progress here? How much is our cost for the transportation? Activity percent complete. So the actual this period for the transportation is how much? Or is our report? Where can we find it? Our remaining duration, the remaining units is 410, that's right. How much do we have in our actual cost? Here, the transportation, we have 300 units. So that would be how much? So it should be 25. So the actual this period, assuming that it is evenly distributed, it should be 25. Okay. And the remaining should be 270 multiplied it by 2. That is 270 multiplied by 2. No, it should be 1 unit cost. $435. So 540, no. So this should be 25 times remaining duration multiplied by 1. That should be 270. Or I'm now 25 actual remaining. So the budgeted is 455 minus 25, 430. So actually, the budgeted units here, what I mean, that is 455 divided by 300. That is multiplied by 270. So 410. That is right. Okay. You know how to calculate this one. This will be we are assuming that it will be distributed along across the project evenly to the project. So we have a budget here for 455 less the actual, which is 25, or I mean 455 455 divided by 300 days. So it will give you a 1.51 budgeted units per time, right? Did you get me? We have our budgeted units here, which is 455. So if you will divide it into 300 days duration as the budget, so it will give us 1.516 budgeted units per day. But here it shows us 2. So that means here in Primavera, it doesn't show the actual or the actual figures in decimal, but it is showed as no, shown as a whole number. So now 1.51 multiplied it by how much? 25 days. So multiplied it by 25 days will give you 37. So no. Uh, 1. Let me repeat it again. So 455 divided by 300, how much? 455 divided by 300 will give you 1.51 units per day. Since you have remaining days of 270, so multiplied it by 270, so will give you 409.5, which is the remaining units here showed is 410. So it's almost the same. Because of course this is rounded up into the whole number, so this is correct. Okay, so here we have here the actual for the manpower, so this is also fine. So anything else? So I think we are done already here. So let's move to, we are done already on the updates. Let me check first if there is something we miss. The activity percent complete is done. And we have our resources, actual resource. Okay, done. So the remaining duration here, this is in decimal, I think. So that is why. Okay. Let's go to what's next. Let's review the percent complete of the activity. It's done. So let's run the program and we will review the, let's run the schedule. Okay. And then we will review the schedule log if there is something we can see there, which is not nice. Okay, the total float 5. This is fine. This is okay. Contract handover, that's fine. Okay, this is fine. What else? Earliest. No, 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 no. I think we have to show this one. We forget. Okay, here is our schedule log. I forgot to show it in the, okay, so here, I think everything is fine here. We will look at the, oh, the schedule looks good. Critical activities is 0, everything is 0, and activity that are not on any float path, this one. But actually, even though the project is ahead of schedule, there is still a longest path on it. Okay, so we will demonstrate it. So okay, uh, okay, let's get back to Primavera. Okay, so even though this is, let's show everything. We will expand it. What happened, man? Okay, close this one. We will expand this one, and then we will see if, okay, let's see this a little bit. So we can show the longest path here. Okay, just what you will doing to we are going to do is just filter it, and then this is in the longest path, but okay, let's say longest path. Okay, so this is the example of longest path, but it is not critical. But actually, it is in the longest path. Okay, this is the longest path. Okay, actually, this one is not really a longest path because this is the direct activities or considered as in the level of effort. Uh, so this is only the longest path. Okay. So we can also display it by, let's say, by plot path. So we will click it here, click plot path. Okay. And then apply. So we can see here, plot path 1, 2, actually this is not a, considered in the plot path. Only this one. So we can filter it by, let's say, for example, we can remove this one and show only the activities or having a network or path. So we can filter it by, let's say, we will filter it, let's say, we will add a new one. Okay, let's add it as activity ID. Activity ID is equals to, let's say the first one is G1080, G1080, and it should not be equal, all right? Okay, and then we will add another activity ID is not equal to what else is the activity, the other activity? This is the problem of my laptop. It's hanging, you know. What is the other one? Key 1090. Okay. Okay, and then make it all, then apply. So you see there is no more project management and transportation activity here. So these are the plus pass. So we have one and this one going there. So we have two plot paths. Okay, so let's get back to uh, we'll put this back to WBS. Okay, apply. Okay, this is the spotlight. Is it the spotlight or not? No. Why? Because there is some empty WBS here, so we will hide. Okay. So next, our next move is to store period performance. So let's understand first what is period performance. Store period performance is the method of recording actuals, earned, and planned values for every selected financial periods to be able to track past period values and analyze future performance trends. Okay, so before that, if you can remember, we have here the our predefined financial periods here under the admin and then financial periods. If you can remember that we defined a financial period for our project from June 30 up to 31st of March. But we will add one more month here because actually our project is 5 days for the month of April. So we will add April 1 up to close first. Okay, what we have to do here, you just click add here, and then April 1 to 28, we will put it to 30, and then add, okay, then close. So we have already our April here. So that means we can store our actuals to this period, okay? But before that, we have to go first, okay, wait. To show it in our column for the current program or current, for our current program, we have to go here, edit, and then user preference, and go to where we can find it. This one, application, you can see here the columns. Select financial period to view in columns. So we will select from June 1, okay, and tell what? June 30, right? So that means we are using the financial period for June, okay? So at least if we want to show the period performance, we can show the columns in the activity window. So let's close. Okay. So what shall we do with it? So are we okay, or show period performance values? Okay. We will run the period performance now. I think we are ready. Our schedule is already complete. All the updates, performance percent, the resources are already done. So that means it is ready for, storing of a period performance. So once we run the period performance, if you look at here at the bottom window, at the resource assignment window here at the bottom, let's say, for example, we will go to what have we updated just a while ago. Okay, we will filter all activities. We are only on the longest path. Okay, okay, apply. Okay. Let's say, for example, we will use this mobilization for temporary facilities. No, we will go to the in progress activities, this one. I think this one, yeah, this one. Just to show you the how the past period performance affects the program. So let's say, for example, we have here our actual here as 380, 65, 13, and 13. And here the actual units, which is actually the cumulative actual units, the same number. Once we run the store period performance, this period values will be removed, which means that in the next update, we can input the actuals again, and the current actual here will become the previous cumulative units. So that means in the next period, once we input again here, this one will be blank again. So sorry. Okay, let's try it. We will run the store period performance. So we can find it here in the tools. Sorry. Tools, store period performance. Okay. And then here you will be prompted of the financial period. So actually that is this is a financial period. It is 1/2023. Oh, no good. So we'll change this into June. Oh, this one. Okay, June 1, 2023 to the data date is July 1. You cannot change this one because it is our default data date. So what we have changed only here is the financial period for June, from June 1 and for the whole month. Okay. So we will run this now. Look at this data here at the bottom of the resource assignment window. This period units will disappear, and it will become blank, or all are zero. Okay. So let's run it. And then click yes. You see, the actual this period becomes zero. That means for the next update, it is ready for another a round of actuals to be input here. So, but the cumulative amount is still here. Okay, let's try to input some data here. Let's say we will input 10. You see the actual dates, is added by 10. Okay, did you get it? Uh, for now, this is the cumulative amount, but for the next update, if you will input data in here, it will be added. The previous cumulative or previous period will be added automatically with the value that you will input here. So let's say we will add 50, then if you can see here, it will become 320, 430. Okay. Okay, I hope everybody understand it. So next, we will show the period performance value uh, into our activity window. Okay. Let's say I will just show how to the example on how to. Okay, let's say first we will save a layout. Let's save a layout as just our sample only. Let's say period performance. Period performance. Okay, let's save it. Okay, so we will insert the column for all the okay, I mean the actuals that is already stored on for this project. We can show the columns here. So let's say, for example, we will okay, we will remove all of this. We will show only the period performance. All right, okay. So where can we find it? Here under the financial period values, okay, you can see already here everything here for the month of June. So here you can see the, okay, we will show it here. Okay, okay, done. Here we can see the period performance. Let's say, for example, for the actual expense cost for that month, actual labor cost for this month, actual labor units, and everything regarding the planned, earned, and the actual values. Okay, then we will apply it. Okay, you can see everything here in this column. So at least you can see the performance or the okay. I'm just demonstrating to you how to do it. Actually, you have the basis on the trending of the progress, how the progress really works on your project. Okay, so you can arrange it if you want. Anyway, I'm just trying to show you how the period performance will be working on, how it works. So if you want to edit, what next? Save layout to show period performance in the activity window. And also here in the resource assignment or here in the resource window, you can show also the period performance. So right click it here, right click here on this column and then customize. And then you can see here the financial period. So then you can show the actual, let's say we will show it here. So actual units and the actual cost. Okay, apply. So it is here. You can show here also on the resource assignment window the actual cost and the actual units for that period. So for now, the actual units here is the same as the year because we don't have yet the previous actual yet. So, okay. So the actual cost here are all the same also in here. Okay. What else? Do we need more? I think we don't have any more. So, okay, we're done here. We're just finished inputs for activity progress and actual units. And also the past period performance is already stored. Um, This past period performance is only to have our data or the previous data. We're just archiving the previous data for our reference whenever we need it to analyze the trending of the progress. So our next episode could be more on a discussion of the group of terms or terminologies in the Primavera P6 that we have encountered in updating this update program update, and probably the different types of durations. We will be elaborating it, the different types of percent completes other than what we have elaborated in today's session, and also maybe different types of cost, earned value. I think earned value, if we will encounter it, we will tackle it during that time, and maybe much more. Okay, I just want to want that we understand deeper the terms being used by Primavera P6 before we proceed further into a more complicated topics. So, okay, our next episode could be um next episode, part 4, session 7, the same progress update 001, current program update, durations, unit cost, percent complete types, terminologies, and formulas. So we will be elaborating and explaining some important details of these items. Okay, so see you for this next episode, and thank you. Please like, subscribe, and share. And our next episode, this is very important to understand first every terms in Primavera P6, because we are moving forward into a more complicated or more advanced topics. Okay, so this is the end of our session. God bless and bye bye.